of the session is really to save you time. That's the whole purpose of this portal. And it's a way of you contacting us when the service desk isn't open, so outside our opening hours, or if the service desk is particularly busy, it's another method for you to contact us. And I'll give you a demonstration of and an overview of the portal so that you can see how it works. And it'll take no more than 20 minutes to go through. I like to think it's quite simple, but if anything's confusing, please ask me, and there'll be time at the end for any questions. Before we begin, there's a quick question. So Laura's going to send that poll to ask you a quick question and let me know when it's okay to continue. That's all right, Laura?
Yes, Caroline, thank you. I've launched the poll. You should see the option to complete the form, and all of these are anonymous, so please submit your responses and I'll keep an eye on those in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So what we're going to cover, I'm going to show you how to log in. I'm going to give you an overview of the home page. I'm then going to give you a demonstration of using the portal. And then, as I said before, we have some questions at the end. So there's different ways to get into MyScomis, a couple of different options. One is via the Scomis website, www.scomis.org, or there is another page called my.scomis.org, and I'll show you both of those pages as part of the demonstration. The reason we've got two different options is because they are hosted in different areas, so if need be, I can put a telephone message up directing you to one of these ways. When you go into the portal, it'll look like this. I have divided it into 7 sections, and I'll go through each section as we go through. So section 1 will be the top. I will pay particular attention to the yellow banner going across because that will become very important. The second section is the left-hand menu, and I'll go through what each of those does. We have panels at the bottom showing featured knowledge articles, my items, and news. And the two most important will be the ones in the middle of the screen. One is I need assistance. This is the how do I do this, or I'm getting an error or something along those lines. And the second one is I need a service. So you might want to book a technician or an account meeting. And then, of course, we've got time for questions at the end. So let me start showing you the demonstration. Okay, so as I said, two main ways of going into MyScomis from the Scomis website. In the top right-hand corner, you will see a logo for MyScomis. If you see the orange, click the orange, click the logo, and that will take you through to a service desk page. And on the right-hand side, you will have the MyScomis self-service portal, and you can log in here and it will take you to the login page. The second method, via my.scomis.org, and there is an education panel, and if you click on there, it'll take you to exactly the same login page, MyScomis. Your username will be your email address, which is unique to you. Your password, you should have received an email to that email address, which has your password, which can be changed on login. I log in a moment. If you have forgotten your password, there is a link on the right-hand side that you can click. Or if you're having any difficulty logging in, you can call the service desk on the usual number, 5300, or via scomis@devon.gov.uk. So here is the homepage. So if I concentrate on section 1, which is the top of the screen, in the top right-hand corner, you have this square bracket with an arrow. If you wanted to log out, you can click that one and log out now. For the purpose of this demonstration, I do not want to log out, so click no. It will have your username in the top right-hand corner, and this is the yellow bar, which is our announcement bar. So if there's something currently happening, it might be school census, maybe there's a patch that's needed, if there's an issue with one of our services, we can put a message on this bar. For the moment, we've just got a message on how to change the password because we think that is what most people will be wanting to do once they have logged into the portal. They'll have their system generated password and they'll want to change it to something easier for them to remember. If you click on the bar, it will tell you what the announcement is. So the top part of the announcement is standard information, just saying that it's been published when it's been published. The information that you're interested in is the subject and the description. So I'll show you when we get to this part on the menu. You can tell that by clicking on the announcement, it's highlighted the announcement icon in the left-hand menu, and I'll go through the left-hand menu next. I go back to home. If there is more than one announcement, you will be able to toggle between the announcement. So say we wanted to tell you how to change your MyScomis password, and there was information that a patch was going to be released tomorrow, then we can put more than one message in that bar. Okay, so the second part of the screen that I'd like to show you is the left-hand side of the screen. So we're currently on the home page. The next one down is called the service catalogue, and this is services that you can request. So you might want to request a meeting with your account manager, you might want to book technician time, you might have an inquiry about your billing or invoice, and whatever you use most often will start moving its way to the top left hand. So if you use account meetings more often and you've got this button here for most popular ticked, then that would be in the top left hand corner. If you are more likely to be using the booking a technician time, then that's the one that will be in the top left hand corner. And it's dynamic, so it will change depending on your own activity. We've also got other options here, but I'll show you other ways where you can report an incident, which I think is easier than coming into here. The next one down is the knowledge base. This is going to be a really important part for us improving our services to you. The knowledge base, and I'll show you when logging a call where this comes into its own. If I give you an overview of the knowledge at the moment, we've imported a lot of articles. So at the moment you can see that not many of them have any star rating. But if we take a look at the top one, how to add an inset day to Sims, just for a demonstration, we've given this 5 stars. And that means when customers rate how good these articles are, and so this over time will become more and more important, you can sort. You might not want to see any articles that have a 1-star rating because you want to filter those ones out. You might say, I want to see only those that are 3 stars or higher. you might go, actually, I just want to see knowledge base articles regarding assessment. So anything that's got, and it searches both the subject heading and the body of the article. You might want to, for example, something to do with finance and ledger code, and it will bring up all the articles relating to that. The more you put in, the more it will try and match against those words. If you click on an article, you can go in and read what the article is about. So if I wanted to add a new attendance code to Sims, click on the article and it will give you instructions on how to do that. If you think it's a really good article, if you rate the article to say, yes, it's really good, that will help all of you work out which are the best articles to use and which ones aren't, and it will help us in how we're writing them. If you think it's okay, could be better, could 3 stars. If you think it's awful, rate it 1 star. If there's something specific about why it's not very good, it would really help us if you could put it in the comments, and we can see this in feedback. I know that somebody actually rated an article which is brilliant, where we have put in a video but haven't put the link. So that's coming up as a 1 star and we haven't got the link there. So that feedback is really important. And when you type in here, so if you said unclear information, you can click on the leave feedback. And I'm not going to do that for this one because I don't want to mess up the actual article. But if you clicked on that, it would register and we'd be able to run reports on different articles to see how we can improve them. Okay, so if I click on the next item down, my items. So this will be anything that you've requested. Now I've got a test account, so you'll see there's only 2 items in here. One is testing the form and the other one I put in as an example to request a meeting with the account manager, and you can click on that and you can see what it was about. So other information, I would like to book a meeting with Laura. Customers, I think, will find this area useful. If you've ever had a call that you say you wanted to put in the Y code for attendance and you know you had to do it before, you know you logged a call, you know there was something there about it. If you've logged about it and it's in My Items, you can go back in and see what that answer was. So any previous calls that you've had, you'll be able to come in here and look back over them. These are a list of the announcements that we've had. So where I showed you the yellow bar, that is, sometimes it's called announcements, sometimes it's news. You can see here the how do you change your MyScomis password. That's in here, that's the one that's currently showing. But we've also put up things like opening times over the May Bank holiday, where our opening times are different. Any interruption to service, information on exams, school workforce census. We'll write an article and we'll put it in here. If it's current, we can have it on the bar. And I'll show you another area where it will show on the homepage in a moment. The search, I'm not a fan of this screen, if I'm honest with you. I think it's easier to search in the particular areas. So you can look at that. My preference is actually, if you're going to search the knowledge base, it's better to be in the knowledge base. If you want to search My Items, it's better to go into there. Settings, so this is where you can change your password. So if you've got your system generated password, you can come in here, enter your old password, put in your new password, confirm your new password. It needs to be 7 characters and it needs to include either a capital letter or a number or a special character, the usual kind of rules. And then you click on update password to change your password. And then you've got the final item here on the left hand side is your log out button, and that will log you out, which I didn't mean to click on it. I got carried away. So for easy navigation, we've put these 5 panels in the screen. So we've got the knowledge base articles, which take you to the screen that we've already shown you. And you can see that it's highlighted the area on the menu. My items, it will give you a list. When we do some tests, you'll see that that starts to grow in the My Items. And the news, which is the screen I've also already shown you, which is the announcements. And again, highlighted the area. The 2 areas I think will be of most interest to you is I need assistance and I need a service. So we briefly looked at I need a service. This is where I came in to book an account meeting. So all I did was I clicked on the account meeting. It just confirms this is a meeting, to request a meeting with your account manager. Click on request and it should auto-fill it. Now, because I'm in the system under my own name and under the Scomis customer, I'm going to just change this moment and change that to Scomis customer. It will automatically populate for you. And I just typed in here, I would like, and review and submit. Gives you a chance to see what you've written and submit. So nice and straightforward. If you wanted to look at it again, you could click on View Created Request, or you could view My Items. You can see now we've got 2 in there, one that I did earlier and one that I've just done. Turn to the home page. If you wanted another service, you could come in, you could book some technician time, give some feedback, request a hosted password reset. Now my favourite screen, top left hand, I need assistance. So how do I do something within Sims? I'm getting an error message. There's an issue with my network, whatever your issue is. And remember, this doesn't replace calling the service desk. We still want you to call us. Sometimes that conversation is what you need. Sometimes the portal will be what you need. So please use both options. So if I type in what my issue is, this time it's going to be I'm struggling to import base data. So if I go error importing base data, and you will see, I'll move this out of the way, you will see that it started searching the knowledge base for you. So as you're logging your call to us, it's going to start suggesting articles to you. And the way it orders these articles is how many keywords it's matched. So it's matching on base data, and it's also matching on import. If I didn't have base data in there, it would probably be matching more on import. There we go. The higher rated articles, so the 5-star articles, will levitate to the top of that list. So the more useful they are, the higher on the list they'll be, along with the matching of the keywords. So for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to copy that. If you've got what the error message is, the more information you give us, the better. It's much easier. I'll put my telephone number in. If you've got a screenshot of the error message, perfect. Please pop that in and submit. Nice and straightforward. and that's logged a call, and straight away you will be given a reference. So error importing base data, the reference, all our references now, as you know, begin with the hashtag and then the number. And if I want to view what I've written, the more information the analyst has to work on, the more chance they have on knowing what the answer is before they come back to you. So I come back. Are there any questions? Or can we see if is there any questions in the conversation?
No questions so far.
Oh, okay. If anybody does think of anything that you perhaps don't think of at the moment, but think later on, the service desk will be more than happy to help you if you've got anything that's not quite how you expected in the portal. Please do ask or let us know, give us feedback. As time goes on, those knowledge base articles will increase, and hopefully the usefulness of them to you will be, as they get rated, it's going to become more and more useful to you. So I'm looking forward to seeing the ratings on the star ratings. And if you don't like the article, please tell us. And if you tell us why, we can put that into our processes for creating better articles as we go forward. So I think there's one more question poll, isn't there, Laura?
Yeah, and then I'm just launching the poll to the chat now.
So while Laura's doing that, just want to say thank you so much for your time. I realise it's a big ask, people coming out to look at these things, but I really do hope that this is something that in the long term can really save you some time. So I hope it will be useful to you.